There were plenty of plantain eaters here, but although their screech was as appalling as I have heard in Angola, they were not regarded, by the Ajumba at any rate, as being birds of evil omen, as they are in Angola. But still, by no means all the birds here only screech and squawk. Several of them have very lovely notes. There is one who always gives a series of infinitely beautiful, soft, rich-toned whistles just before the first light of dawn shows in the sky, and one at least who has a prolonged and very lovely song. This bird, I was told in Gabon, is called Telephonius erythroprius. I expect an ornithologist would enjoy himself here, but I cannot and will not collect birds. I hate to have them killed anyhow, and particularly in the barbarous way in which these natives kill them. The board The broad stretch of water looks like a long lake. In all directions sandbanks are showing their broad yellow backs, and there will be more showing soon, for it is not yet the height of the dry. We are perpetually grounding on those which by next month will be above water. These canoes are built, I believe, more with a view to taking sandbanks comfortably than anything else, but they are by no means yet sufficiently specialized for getting off them. Their flat bottoms enable them to glide onto the banks and sit there without either upsetting or cutting into the sand, as a canoe with a keel would, but the trouble comes in when you're getting off the steep edge of the bank, and the usual form it takes is upsetting. So far, my Ajumba friends have only tried to meet this difficulty by tying the cargo in. I try to get up the geography of this region conscientiously. Fortunately, I find Grey Shirt, Singlet, and Pagan can speak trade English. None of them, however, seem to recognize a single blessed name on the chart, which is saying nothing against the chart and its makers, who probably got their names up from Mpongwes and Igualas instead of Ajumba, as I am trying to. Geographical research in this region is fraught with difficulty, I find, owing to different tribes calling one and the same place by different names, and I am sure the Royal Geographical Society ought to insert among their hints that every traveler in this region should carefully learn every separate native word or set of words signifying "I don't know." 4 villages and 2 rivers have I come across out here solemnly set down with various forms of this statement for their native name. Really, I think the old Portuguese way of naming places after saints, etc., was wiser in the long run, and it was certainly pleasanter to the ear. My Ajumba, however, know about my Ngambe and the Vinu all right, and Elvia Ezego, so I must try and get cross bearings from these. We have an addition to our crew this morning, a man who wants to go and get work at John Holt's sub-factory away on the Rembwe. He has been waiting a long while at Avaruma, unable to get across, I am told, because the road is now stopped between Azingo and the Rembwe by those fearful fans. How are we going to get through that way? Says I, with natural feminine alarm. We are not, sir, said Grey Shirt. This is what Lady MacDonald would term a chatty little incident, and my hair begins to rise as I remember what I have been told about those fans and the indications I have already seen of its being true when on the upper Ogwe. Now here we are going to try to get through the heart of their country, far from a French station and without a French flag. Why did I not obey Mr. Hudson's orders not to go wandering about in a reckless way? Anyhow, I am now for it, and fortune favors the brave. The only question is, do I individually come under this class? I go into details. It seems Pagan thinks he can depend on the friendship of 2 fans he once met and did business with, and who now live on an island in Lake Novke. Nikovi in Lake Nikovi. Nikovi is not down on my map, and I have never heard of it before. Anyhow, thither we are bound now.